Hi guys, I'm Greg Srzavasti with Deepest Dream. Pleasure to meet all of you.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, Greg, good to see you.
So this is just a selfish question for Halmini, the
Ah,
character, Jane.
yeah.
What's the key to a great Korean stew or soup? Is it a lot of MSG? What is either from your perspective or Halmini's perspective? Because I
Oh,
really,
Korean stew. Oh,
yeah,
it's the melchi. It's the soup base. That's what's the most important. Not the MSG is not important. It's the melchi.
that's amazing.
And yeah, and good gochujang.
Very, very, very good. So I really love this animated series. For all of you, what makes this project so special for you as voice actors and actually you guys know the material? It just seems very special for me, but why is it special for each of you as well?
A great
Want to
question.
start?
I can start.
You start.
Sure.
Uh, Wylde Pak is so special to me, being a Korean American. Ironically, when this show came into my lap, I auditioned for not just the character I play, I auditioned for Lily, for Min, and for Harmony in different times. And what I did know was how much I wanted to be a part of this because I didn't have this kind of representation growing up. And Wylde Pak is such a reflection of my life that I didn't get when I was younger. And it's a reflection of my life now. It's a story of my parents. So it's really important for me as the little Korean girl watching Nickelodeon, getting to experience this now.
Amazing.
Similarly for me, the playing the harmony in this family and getting to see the dynamics unfold, the storylines with the Korean soap operas in the background. It's delightful for me. It's particularly delightful.
What about you, Ben?
It's better that way.
Will be the first time. I'm happy to go. Wylde Pak has meant so much to me as an actor because the show is just incredibly endearing. It's charming. It's funny. And as a dad myself to two young kids, it really resonated with me personally. Some of the journeys that these kids go on, the adventures that they have really rings true to what I'm experiencing in my own life. So it's been a lot of fun.
Nikki and Benjamin, I'm in my early 50s, but as I get older, I realize and I look back on my summers in my fifth grade, sixth grade, and seventh grade. They were so memorable for me, and they're even more memorable now as I get older for some reason. But for you guys, being part of Wylde Pak, reflecting on your own summers, what makes your own summers special for both of you? And do you each have a very special memory of a summer you remembered? So hopefully it's not a mine shaft situation, but I'm just wondering for both of you.
I think Jack just loves freedom, and the whole family just loves freedom, and they just like exploring, doing fun things. And a summer that I had, I went to Europe one summer, and I went to Italy. We went to France. We went to England. And Jack, he's a very adventurous person, and I think that was a very special. So I definitely connect that experience to playing Jack and just being, I don't know, just adventurous. There's only one word that I can do. Just exploring and tasting, trying new things. And Jack loves that, and so do I.
I think for me, it's pretty nostalgic. Um, I just remember when I was younger, I would spend the summers at my grandparents' house. We would go to the park every day, we'd go to the beach, just having fun in the backyard with my cousins. So this kind of reminds me of that time in my life, and it's just fun to revisit that.
So this question is for anyone, but I am not an animation expert, but I do love animated projects. I find Wylde Pak's animation 2D and just very in the way it's edited, and of course, great voice acting, but I really love the immersive animation behind it, but I can't put it into real words. Can you, as artists, just try to explain to me in layman's terms what makes this animation special for you guys when you watch it as well on the screen?
I think it's very comforting. Like the colors, it's very like heartwarming, and you could just kick back and watch it, have a good time. It's very like sentimental as well. Like you're focused on it, and it's a beautiful show.
Yeah, I haven't seen an animation style like this before. I think it's really unique. There's a warmth to the palettes that they use too that really sort of lends itself perfectly to the story itself. So, yeah.
I also think the actual animation and bringing to life of these characters The closest thing I have seen is anime, like Japanese anime, and that there's like elements of that I see in this show, which is nice. I love that there's a playfulness in how they animate us. You can really tell that they loved a performance based off of how much they bring that character to life. So it's fun. They're really working with us. So I think what you were saying, it reminds me a lot of watching anime.
It's really witty. The visual style is incredibly witty. I was rewatching the pilot episode and just really appreciating all of the details in the back. That the visual jokes are just popping all over the place. So on top of the performance and the storylines that are taking me places I really didn't expect to go, visually it's just one surprise after another.
I think to your point on the surprise part was Wylde Pak is very funny. I love the animation. I love the interplay. But I also found it, and I'm wondering, throwing it to any of you guys, I found it surprisingly resonant because each person, each member of the family, they may want to watch a K-drama. They may want to actually go explore the suburbs. Maybe they want their own gaming room. But ultimately, it goes down to sacrificing for the people you love. And can you guys speak to that? I found that very moving.
I feel like the family dynamic in this show is so strong, and it's because the family dynamic is so strong that it's so clear that the love is going in all these different directions, that the stories can take such extreme turns because the love will always bring you back. And Lily's so adventurous. Jack is the two of them, the rivalry for the bedroom and stuff, that the journey of their friendship. There's just a lot of love in the show. Underneath it all, underneath all the zany adventures, there's this really big beating heart.
So my final question is for people who are inspired from this series, no matter what age, and they say, well, I really want to be part of the animation field. I want to become a voice actor, maybe from watching this. What would you say to that person as far as what does it take to become a very successful or effective voice actor? And thank you all for your time.
I think it all starts with acting classes. The craft of voice acting is still rooted in authenticity and honoring what's on the page, and so that all starts with acting classes first.
I think just in general, have fun with it and don't forget to remind yourself of why you wanted to start doing it. Don't lose sight of like the fun side of it, and I think that's where I was going with.
It's very fun. It's a very like enjoyable experience just being in the box and just making the character your own. And that was one of my favorite parts about recording Wylde Pak. It's just kind of, seeing what I can do, how I can record different lines, different ways. And I think that you just got to be creative and you got to be, have fun. I think it's very special.
My final question is a hard-hitting question for you, Nikki and Benjamin. What's it like actually being animated half siblings, and how do you guys get along, and what's it like to have an extended family in Wylde Pak?
I think it all kind of just came naturally, honestly. And it helps to have had such great writers too. And we didn't really have to try too hard to like put ourselves into the story. And honestly, I do have siblings, and it's very similar. It's not too different from half siblings and siblings, the rivalry that comes with it.
And half siblings are siblings, nonetheless. And I think that's something people forget. And, Jack and Lil, they fight, they argue, but I think they love each other at the end and at the end of the day. So, yeah, like she said, it wasn't too hard to kind of get in that headspace. So, yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I love the show. And selfishly, I hope this show goes on and on and on. So pleasure. You. Thank you guys again so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.